So we're looking at the pattern stack. And the pattern stack now has letters associated with each string pattern. So each string, we're going to associate strings, a letter with that. And these go up in fifths, but it's special fifths. We're going to call it string pattern fifths. The difference between a regular fifth pattern, which would be G, D, A, E, B, and a string pattern fifth progression, the E doesn't go to a B because in caged we don't have a B. We're doing a caged letter like a jambalaya progression. The E, sure, the fifth of E is B, but we're going to go back to C shape right there. That's a string pattern fifth progression. And, you know, conversely, going down in fourths, okay, instead of going from a C, say we're going up in fourths, but really it's going down in fourths. Instead of going to the F, we're going to take it to the C to stay in the word cage. C, G, E, C, D, E, G, A. So we've got a letter assignment. Now, where do these letter assignments come from? Okay, where do these letter assignments come from? Up here in Wonderland, in Fretland. Okay, the reason why there's these 5 key signatures there, they are key labels, is because if this is your fret nut and the E is the 3rd, you're in the key of C. If you make this go away and this becomes your fret nut, and E, this is the E is the 5th of the key of A, okay, you make that go away and this becomes your fret nut, then E is the 6th in the key of G, and we're just showing the lone wolf 7 there for the heck of it, but really that's not even available to us on the open fret nut. Alright, so make that go away and E becomes the root in the key of E, if this is our fretboard now. And last but not least, if we make E the 2nd, we're in the key of D here. There's our D-shaped D right up there. And that's an important thing to remember about the open key cage key chords, that in each of the keys you'll be able to play the key-shaped chord. Wow, the birds are really kind of like giving me a run for my money here, but I have power. This stuff's pretty good. It's less than $1, and it's iced tea and it has energy. It has a nice juicy taste to it. So in the key of C, this is the open from the fret nut to the first dot, if you will. We have the C chord. Okay, I had to shut the bird room door. I haven't done that in a while. So what I'm trying to say here is, in the first fret, if you're playing in 5 different keys, the caged keys. Now remember, each one of these frets has also the 4th and the 5th available to you. So C will give you C, but it'll give you an E-shaped F and a G-shaped G. 1, 4, 5. Okay, A will give you a D-shaped D, so an A-shaped A, a D-shaped D, and an E-shaped E. Now that's, I mean, who could ask for anything more? So this is the original. You know, this is the original. A-shaped A, D-shaped D, E-shaped D. I mean, that is so easy. Now, in the key of G, this is still from the fret nut. The fret nut would be here. Okay, I'm showing these extra can't play notes because you can get them an octave up, and they are in a very important part of the tripentatonic diatonic scale. Okay, and the pentatonic scales. So what I started out to say, and what I do have to tell you folks, is that on these first open fret positions that go from E to G, which is from the fret nut to the first dot, okay, we can, for the most part, only access the chords themselves. So let's make sure we can access the chords. We cannot access the pentatonic scale members that are below the fret nut. They're down in no play land. They're down here. You know, if my guitar was tuned to an E, they'd be here. You can't play them. Okay? But you can play the chords. So doing the G, we've got a G-shaped G. We've got a C-shaped C. And we've got a D-shaped D. There's D ringing out in its own right there. In the key of E, we've got an E-shaped D, we've got an A-shaped A, and we've got a C-shaped C. Do we or do we not have a C-shaped G? Okay, so let's wait a second. A C-shaped B, because we have E, we have A, and then we have the fifth of E is B. So let's try that again. E-shaped D, A-shaped A, but now we're going to have this fifth, and guess what? We cannot get that because the second is the C sharp. So you got E, it's the F sharp rather, to the fifth, which is the B. The B goes to the 7, which is the B, to the 7th of the key of E, which is G sharp. So we can't get it. All right, it's not. I'm not even showing it. I should have shown that. I didn't show that in the E box. Let's look at the E box and see what we're missing there. All right. So I've got the official tripentatonic E box here, and this is interesting. I'm learning this stuff too. And why are we doing this? It's all going to make sense when we get to the dots. Dot analysis has gotten me onto this. So with the key of E now, we have our no plays. All right, these are no plays right here. Hey, I can't play them. I can play my E. Okay, I can get that A-shaped A. There it is, root 4, 6. Okay, root is the E, 4 is the A, and 6 is the C sharp, right? C sharp. So root is in the key of E here now. It's not C anymore. So it's green. So right there, when we're playing the open chords, remember in E you can't do the 1, 4, 5.